What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to do a video specifically on controller for Mini Royale. I've been getting asked a lot recently about if my controller settings are updated from my last video that I made, and if I can explain things deeper from a controller player's perspective, so that's what I've decided to do. Just leave a like and a comment on the video if this helped you at all, and if you need any more controller specific help, you can always hit me up in the Mini Royale Discord. Before I go over my controller settings, I'm just going to quickly go over my game settings and my audio settings. I've went over all four of these, the game, my UI and HUD, my video settings, and my audio settings in my last video, how to get better overnight on Mini Royale. So if you want to go check that video out, if you want to go into a deeper dive with these, you can. I'm just going to slowly scroll down these and tell you what's needed from a controller player's perspective. Crouch and slide, I would highly suggest just putting that on toggle. I would highly suggest all of this stuff from a controller player's perspective, all of these. Same with this. Same with your grapple, and can cancel grapple with jump input. And then the other thing that you would need to do from a controller player's perspective, 1, turn down camera shake. There's no reason for it. It's defaulted to 1. Turn it to 0. It's only going to make you better, trust me. And your base first person FOV, from a controller player standpoint, I would put it down to like 100 to like 106, just because it's better to have the bigger models of like player models, so you can kind of track better. But if you want to put it on 110, it's not really going to hurt anything, so you can do that. And the other thing is audio. They've added weapon shot volume and footstep volume recently, so I just wanted to show you that. Footstep volume, clearly you're going to want that on 100%. Your own sounds and your team sounds, they're defaulted to 100, and if you have them on 100, yes, the audio is going to be really shitty on this game. Turn them down to at least 50%. If you want to turn them down all the way, I don't recommend it, because then you can't hear when your gun is completely out of ammo and you got to keep looking down in your bottom right at when you have bullets. So I would at least keep it to where you can hear your stuff without having everything else like over clutter it to where you can't hear it. Gameplay and overall audio, I would just put them on 100, because if you're having problems with audio, why would you not have them on 100? Why are you even going to complain if you're playing on like 44 overall audio and you're like, the audio sucks? And it's like, okay, well, your overall's on 44. So just max it out if you're having issues with audio. And yeah. Alright, now let's get into my actual gamepad settings. So I have changed things since my last video, if you guys watched it and maybe mimicked any of some of my controller settings. A lot of it is pretty much the same though. All of this I would highly suggest keeping it the same unless you play inverted for some reason. Your dead zone, I would not put it on 0 just because it's way too touchy. So I would just keep it 0.5. If you want to try it on 0, you can if you like it. Your base gamepad sensitivity and your aim gamepad sensitivity, they don't matter once we go into advanced gamepad sensitivity. Turn them all the way up to 10 just in case. They really don't matter, trust me. You're not going to be moving around like you have like max sensitivity on Modern Warfare 2 trickshotting. Like, that's not what this gives you, so don't worry about that. Look acceleration and ADS acceleration, I really only have them because there's mechanics in this game where people get a lot of momentum, and with a stagnant linear sensitivity, sometimes it's hard to keep up with faster movements when they're moving from close to you to far away from you, like really quickly. It's hard to adjust to that. So having an acceleration to where it kind of starts to multiply slowly is good to have on this game. Aim assist influence, obviously I'm going to keep it on 1. This is your cursor speed for your inventory. I would suggest copying mine. If you want to lower it, I probably would end up lowering it because mine's pretty fast. Same thing with all these, I'd probably copy all of these. They make it pretty cool though. If you want to swap your sticks and you want to control your cursor with your right analog stick, so you can control your person, like your left and right movement and like strafe while you're inside of your inventory, you can do that on this game by messing with these settings. I just personally am not used to it, so I never put it on. And the last thing that we're going to talk about before we go into the advanced gamepad sensitivity is they have gamepad button layouts now. There's not just the default anymore. I'm way too used to default, so I probably won't end up changing over to another one. But if I was brand new to this game and you weren't completely used to the button layout yet, I would highly suggest bumper leaner, considering you are able to lean with your right bumper and your left bumper, and that's normally your ping is right here on default, and this is your grapple, and it changes your ping to a D-pad button, and it changes your grapple to right stick click, which it makes it more convenient for you on controller, honestly, having that there. And the ability to be able to lean without having to aim your gun in is pretty big. I'm just not used to it, and I don't think I want to get used to it, considering I'm already really good with just this default. They have other ones like button puncher and bumper jumper. Like I said, I'm not going to really get used to them. And if you want to make your own custom layout, you can do customs. All you do is you click custom, and then it gives you the ability right here. You just click one, and then you just toggle it to whatever you want to make it. If you want to make it need healing or lean left, lean right, you can make your B button a lean if you want. So that's how you would end up doing that. One more thing I'm going to say before I go into my advanced gamepad settings is stuff about PlayStation controllers. There has been issues with PlayStation controllers, more issues with PlayStation 5 than PlayStation 4 controllers. If you're having issues, I would try to disable Steam input, and if that isn't working, then I would try to enable Steam input if it's already disabled and you're having issues. If that doesn't work, I would potentially try using DS4 Windows, considering a lot of games like Apex and Call of Duty and a lot of just PC games in general that support controllers for PlayStation users, a lot of them end up using DS4 Windows because the integration for PlayStation controllers on Steam is just shit. There has been issues with DS4 Windows as well, where it's not picking up people's controllers, but Renee does know about it, and I don't know if there's going to be a solution for it, considering that there has been ways to abuse DS4 Windows and make it to where you have a lot stickier aim assist than you should have and stuff like that. But it is a solution if you are having issues with Steam integration with the PlayStation controller. So yeah, so now let's just get into the advanced gamepad settings. I've changed these a little bit. My horizontal I've turned to 1.15, my vertical's on 1.05. I would have this on linear. Between stick center and dead zone on look stick, aiming, curve center, I haven't really seen much of a difference between them, and I'm pretty sure it's defaulted to dead zone anyway. Third person sensitivity, you really don't need it. The only time you're going to be in third person is when you're pulling your parachute and you're looking around. And then these are really important. I would highly suggest copying these, or at least getting close to them, or like just tweaking with them and starting at this point and then tweaking them from here if you're having more issues. But yeah, I really haven't changed a lot. I've just kind of tuned them more. And yeah, so now I guess we can just start getting into more techie stuff and like how to do like super jumps and grapple jumps, and just getting more into detail about what you should be doing on a controller on Mini Royale. Alright, now I'm going to turn my hand cam on and also have an overlay for my controller so you can see what I'm doing. Clearly, you guys can see I'm playing claw. That's why I really don't have an issue with the default binds, because I can kind of get to everything with also having my thumbs on my analog sticks at all times. So, and then I also have buttons on the back of my controller. This controller specifically I got from the website GameNetics, and they just pretty much install back buttons on a default Xbox controller, and then it gives you the option to configure them to buttons, and I pretty much have them on my bumpers and on my D-pad buttons that I need to use, like my heel wheel and my nade wheel, and then my LB is my grapple, and my right bumper is my ping. So yeah, that's pretty much why I'm used to default and I don't have an issue with it. But yeah, pretty much what you're going to be doing a lot of the time on controller is you're just going to be wanting to just be hop, just like this, all the time. Like, because there is a Car 98 in the game, where just on green, for example, this isn't even gold, does 177 damage to the head, which means just with this green M4, you're dead. So you want to try to not get headshotted at all times, and by doing that, what you're going to be doing to not get headshotted is b-hopping this, and then you're also going to be wanting to combat roll, which to initiate the combat roll on controller is you press B while running, which starts your slide, and then when you're ready to roll, you press B and then A again, like almost immediately. You see how I'm clicking them like almost back to back? That's what you want to do, and that initiates your roll. I can show you, this is what it looks like in third person, so you can see what it looks like in game. But you're pretty much just going to want to be doing this at all times, just because you want to make it as hard as possible for somebody to start chaining headshots on you, either with a car or with a assault rifle. It's just going to make your time miserable if you just get headshotted to death, and you're going to assume everyone's a cheater, because you will get mowed down so fast if you just walk around like this. You're gonna get mowed down, trust me. Okay, the next thing that I should probably explain is how to properly use your grapple. Now, using your grapple and knowing how to use your grapple properly, it's two different games. So if you want to just normally use your grapple, a default way to use your grapple is what you're gonna do is you're just gonna click it. You see how it brings you to the wall, and there's really not much going on. It kind of just pulls you. So if you want to do it correctly, you want to be able to, you can use your left stick to be able to turn while you're in the air. Like, it gives you almost like a strafe while you're grappling. And then also you can cut your grapple early. So see how much distance I just got from that wall just by turning my left stick to the left while I was in the air? Like, simple stuff like that, it makes a huge difference. Same thing as like going up on this ledge, for example. If you want to smoothly get up on this ledge, the only way you're going to get up there is either climbing up, or if you're going to grapple, this is what's going to happen if you normally grapple and you don't cut it. See how far I just went for no reason? There's no reason for me to go that far. I wanted to land right here. So if I want to land right here, what I'm going to do is, and because of that one setting that I told you to keep on earlier in your game settings, if you go down here to can cancel grapple with jump input, you leave that on. Now, doing what that does is while you're grappling, all you need to do is press your A button, and it'll cancel your grapple once you have the momentum to get to where you want to get. So if I want to just get right here, what I'm going to do is hit this, and then right when I'm here, I press A. You see how easy I just landed on that, and I'm right here. I'm ready to fight. I'm not flying all the way over here like I did previously. You just cut your grapple early. Once you feel like you're at the spot, you cut it. You don't need to hold it out. And because the grapple is also based off of how far your grapple is shot, cutting it early will also give you a faster cooldown on your grapple, so you can get your grapple back quicker. Alright, the next thing that you should probably learn about the grapple is the B-hop off the grapple / super jump / chroma jump, whatever you want to call it. Creator of it, Chroma F1, that's why it's called the chroma jump to some people. He started playing like a year and a half ago, and he learned this like way before everybody else, and when he first learned it, it was like perfect input. You needed to have a perfect input to do it, and now it's more of a mechanic, so now you can do it on controller. So how you do it is when you hit your grapple, there will be a moment where you feel that you're going faster in the air than you are running around. Once you feel that moment, you can cut your grapple like I explained over here, and you'll start flying in the air, and right when you're about to hit the ground, you start hitting your jump button. And once you start jumping, your jumps will be a lot faster than your normal jumps, and it just helps you get around the map a lot faster, and you can do a lot of techie things with it. So this is how you do it. You just hit your grapple, and then jump. See how much faster I'm moving? And you can turn with it as well. So you can turn left, turn right, turn around objects if you're getting shot at in your back, and you're able to just maneuver your way around objects, so you can get away a lot easier than you would just running away or rolling and b-hopping away. So yeah, I'll show you again. Just hit it right when you feel that speed. Jump, jump, and you're good. Okay, to further my point on the super jump that I just showed you, say you just got into a fight, right? You gotta reload. You're almost out of ammo. You know the third party's coming. You just finished the squad. You and your homie are hurt. You gotta get out of there. The third party's coming. You turn around. You hit your grapple. Right when you cut it, you start your reload. Right when you hit the ground, you start jumping. Now you're reloaded. You got away. You're good. If they're over there now you can fight them. It just makes it so much easier to maneuver, so you're not in the instance where you're sitting here, you just got in a fight, you finished them, now you're reloading all slow, you got a third party coming, now they're ripping at you because they know you're here, because they heard you guys fight. So what you do, like I said, hit your super jump, hit your reload, and then start your super jump after you hit your reload button. It won't cancel your reload. Now another thing you can do with the super jump to further my point even more. So you just got into a fight. You're hurt. Look at my health. I'm 101 HP. I need a gold plate now. Third party's coming. Same thing. If you gotta get away, hit your grapple, plate. Now you start your jump. You get around the corner. Now you're away. I'm gone. They can't get near me. Now I'm plated back up. Same thing. Now the last thing I'm going to be showing you before we get into like what you should be doing on controller to try to like play your life and stay alive as much as possible and how to engage fights and stuff like that is the belly flop. You can only really do it out of the blimp, but what you do pretty much is you'll jump out of it, and then right before you're about to hit the ground, you use your air boost, and that'll give you a shit ton of momentum, and you can get to like the train, for example. It's right over there. Start it, jump, 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 jump. See, I'm like pretty much already at the train. I mean, you can do it a lot better on mouse and key because you can use a scroll wheel and it makes the jumps like perfect when you hit the ground. So they're a lot more smoother and you can chain them a lot longer. Alright, and to finalize this video out, I'm just pretty much going to be showing you what you should be doing. Like I said, you're going to be wanting to b-hop all over the place on this game. You don't want to be caught standing still or running around, not b-hopping or rolling around. You want to make it as hard as you possibly can for somebody to kill you on this game, because TTK is pretty high once people start hitting their shots. If people don't hit your shots, you feel like you're going to stay alive for a long time. But if they hit your shots, you're going to call people cheaters, because the headshot multiplier in this game is almost double, and I promise you it's pretty rewarding in this game. The TTK on this game, it feels like it can be slow, but trust me, it can be fast. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be strafing at all times. You don't want to jiggle like this, like you want on Apex, because it won't really do much, but like, you just want to strafe. You can ENOS on this game, which is pretty much just going back and forth like this, like really fast, just to like make it really hard for people to like track you clearly. You're just gonna be going back and forth like this. You can do stuff like this, like I said, add rolls into it, hit your grapple jumps. MP34 is probably the best hipfire in the game. Actually, not probably. It is the best hipfire in a gun in the game. It probably won't be for long. It's probably going to end up getting a nerf at some point. But yeah, for now, it is the best gun in the game for hipfire-wise. You're going to be wanting to hipfire a lot of the time. Just because, like I said, movement on this game is really fast, and ADS just won't track it a lot of the time. So you just kind of, like I said, want to be moving at all times. You don't want to get car headshotted, because then you're just going to be calling people cheaters. I'll show you it real quick. I haven't really showed it this video that much. My suggestion with a car, if you're going to use it, is either use the iron sights, because they're really good, or use a 4X. Those are your really only two options. The red dot's cool, the 2-time is cool, but iron sight is really all you need for most up-close encounters. The car right now is pretty much an all-purpose gun where you could use it for anything, up close, far. You could use it for a lot of stuff. Like I said, it's the strongest gun in the game. It's fairly accurate hipfire, as you just saw. It hits fairly hard to the chest. One shot to the head, like I said. Yeah, that's pretty much all you really want to do. Like I said, just make it as hard as possible to die. You don't want to be doing this shit where you're just running around, acting casual. Casual in this game is b-hopping. It's not hard. It's really not. It's not like we're doing this broken mechanic that you're pressing A, B, X, Y, start button at the same time, doing a fucking cheat code from GTA San Andreas. It's not that type of game. Everything that is techie on this game is fairly easy for everybody to do. It's not hard, it's just all about repetitions. I've played this game for a really long time. I started playing controller on this game before there was even aim assist. That's how long I've been playing. That's why I'm able to do the things that I'm doing right now. It's just, like I said, repetitions. It's not hard to be good at this game. Everything on this game is easy to do. It's just all reps. So yeah, thanks again for everybody that's watched the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys got some good information out of this video that'll help you guys out. Like I said, if you guys need any help, any further help with anything, you can hit me up on Discord inside the Mini Royale server. I'm pretty quick to respond. So yeah, appreciate you guys. See you next time.